Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless C. So we're still in Vanderbilt, one of the tomb colonies, I guess, or the tomb colonies. We did a few things here. It has been a few days since I last recorded, so I'm sure in a game that's presumably pretty brutal, or it's going to become. I mean, it's been kind of gentle so far, surprisingly so. I honestly expected to die much sooner, but. And I mean, I guess I got pretty close to starving to death, I suppose, or starting to eat my crew, as the game's advertising just outright tells you is apparently a thing to look forward to. Anyway, yeah, we got really close to running out of supplies and have somehow miraculously recovered for now. Fuel could be better. I guess I could buy a little bit. But I suppose the plan was probably to return to London. I mean, I know the plan was to return to London and explore a little bit more along the way. And then go shopping there. Hopefully, maybe with some extra treasures in tow. That will give us even more money to work with. Because right now, that's not really a lot to work with. Anyway, one thing I did was just to remind myself, basically, I looked at my officers again, talked to my officers again. There's not really a whole lot you can do with this guy, except... Surely I've asked him about this. What does he seek at Z? The Z is enough. Oh yeah, he told me about that, right. The place where the Z rises to become a castle. The place where questions and riddles do battle for truth. Right. And I was, and am still surprised that this does not add a quest of some sort, which I suppose would be handled as a journal item. Anyway, officers. Right, but when we speak to her, we have a few more options, and I had also been wondering about this and why we aren't currently able to tell her about her father, and what all of this meant. And I took some time to actually look at this list, read all of these items, and I think I understand a little bit more about it now. Like, for example, this is the same icon, right, which is just her face. So, but here it is, the condition is met, here it is not. And here, it is also met, but we are missing a secret. And this seems to have a similar list of possible conditions. Yeah, looking at this more closely, it says on the last one in the list, alerted to rumors about the Clary heir's parentage, you have this. So apparently you need to meet only one of these conditions. And we do in this case. And this is basically the same list, except, well, it looks like we're going to be starting some more involved quest line about apparently looking for something called the Clary Heart. Seeking knowledge of the Clary Heart. So, I don't know how we will start on this quest line eventually, if it is one. But I guess, yeah, we have to do a little bit more with her, I suppose. Learn a bit more about her before we can tell her. So that's what this means, basically, what this translates to. Whereas here, it's enough to just have heard the first little bit of rumors about her. Right, and here, yeah, we're missing a strange catch. I mean, maybe that's how we started, actually. I suppose, yeah, we need to give her something to do, something to cut. Maybe we'll get lucky, or not so lucky, and run into something that counts as a strange catch. And then, yeah, we can start talking to her, and maybe that is going to fulfill one of these conditions. But for now, we are just going to leave port, right? We are paused now. I mean, you see it at the button here, and okay, everything turns a bit more of a sepia tone as opposed to the green-blue tint. Anyway, we want to launch, and that unpauses immediately or automatically, which is... What? Excuse me? What did I do? I didn't activate combat mode. Hold on. How do you... Discovered Tanachuk, apparently. Okay. Huh. Tanachuk? Over here. Interesting, because we came up this way. Huh. Also... I'm pretty sure I didn't touch anything when suddenly combat mode started. What's that about? How do you stop that again? Lights, zpelt, repair. Yeah, let's... I'm gonna try not to do that too much, because that screwed me a little bit. Full power, gazetteer, chart, main menu. God, this is... Options, key bindings. You can't just toggle combat on and off, can't you? It seemed like some sort of enemy must have spotted me, but I don't see the enemy. That's what's confusing me right now. Transform ship. I can only assume that that has to do with the whole submariner part of things. And that basically means that we'll start diving, submerging. Okay, let's repair turbo, use horn. Am I crazy? Wasn't there... Oh, you can target something, apparently. That might be useful. Cancel. Back. Don't exit to the desktop. Does the map show anything? Nope. Huh. C for combat? No, C also opens the map for some reason. There's a monster. Surely that one hasn't seen me. Fuel? You're low on fuel. Yeah, thanks. I can't help but notice, but what can I do? Buy more before you run out, or you will be stranded in the dark. I mean, honestly, I'm just curious to see what that will actually mean. Get away from it. Actually, oh god, we're so slow. Definitely not made for combat. Oh, it kind of forgot about me. Stop. And kill it. Alright. Thankfully, these things are easy to kill. Is this going to give me a strange catch? Dissect it for knowledge. Butcher it for supplies. I suppose that's a way to get supplies without having to pay my valuable currency. Straightforward challenge. 100% chance to success. I mean, this just outright gives me pages, right? I think? Maybe? That's what I did last time anyway, so let's butcher it. Oh, wait. The crew will feast. That glowing flesh is unstable. It crisps and withers as the glow fades, so eat while it's fresh. So that does not actually give you supplies, it just sates your current hunger. I mean, I guess in practice it does save me some supplies in the long run. Okay, well. All clear. Wait. Oh, battle E. Why am I so stupid? It says so. It says so literally right there. Okay. Yeah, you know, still getting used to the interface and all that. Why is there a red line here? Is crossing that line? Oh god. Is anything left of the red line? Oh god, this is probably a bad idea, but... Uh-oh. Nope, speed up again. Leave me alone. Oh god. Maybe everything left of the wet line, yeah, everything's wet here, of the red line counts as being close to London and thus relatively safe. Hull damage, yeah. Okay, this thing is hitting a lot harder than the smaller crab as well. I think I should probably just get away. Yeah. I'm gonna shoot it once more if I can. One, please? Okay. Yeah, also I did figure out that you can just hit the number keys. I mean, it seems kind of hesitant to actually follow me. Maybe not. Desperate measures. Without fuel, your ship is just an oddly shaped house located somewhere. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should have bought a unit of fuel. Am I gonna make it back to London on my last unit? Probably not. I guess I could head literally straight south. Hope there's nothing in the way and get to Hunter's Keep. Yeah, maybe. Let's try it. All damage, yeah. Okay. You can repair it in London's Drydex or at Z by clicking on the repair button. Repairs at Z are slow and consume supplies. I have learned that the hard way. Thanks, game. So what is this? Desperate measures. Without fuel, your ship is just an oddly shaped house located somewhere you really don't want to live. This will disappear as soon as you have fuel. If you're in a position to purchase some, don't worry about it. Search your supplies for something of use. Turn supplies... 2 supplies into 1 fuel. I see. A few last supplies. Very little remains to you, but if you're lucky, perhaps there is something you can use. A matter of luck. It could go either way. 50% success chance to turn 1 supply into fuel. I see. Make a sacrifice to Storm. Storm, the god in the roof. Angriest of the 3. Right, it was Storm, Salt, and Stone, I guess. Did remember that. Maybe because I never talked to... oh boy. Storm's attention is... You have his attention. Okay, I do have all of their attention apparently, maybe? No, wait, I have this. I don't have this. Right, because I only talked to or only had dinner with 2 of the sisters. Right. Not Storm and Salt, but not... yeah, Storm and Salt, but not Stone. Okay. Storm, the god of the roof, angriest of the 3. He's as likely to crush you as save you, but you could hardly be worse off. He will require a death. Time to draw lots. Yikes. He will actually apparently require 2 deaths. So, yeah. Unlocked with below no more than 0. What? Below? Stone is the kindest of the gods of the sea, but that's not saying very much. She has a great wound, from which a river of blood flows. Wound yourself in memory of her, and perhaps she'll know mercy. She'll show mercy. Which means in practice... Menaces... Wounds no more than 1. Okay, so that will afflict a wound. Inflict a wound on the captain himself, I guess. Why is this... Huh? Why was that hidden? And immediately hit itself again when I click once. Okay, I don't know. Not really important right now, I guess. Make a sacrifice to Salt. Salt, the god of horizons and farewells. Who knows what he'll do? Whisper a secret into the darkened sea. So we have a relatively merciful god, a relatively evil god, and a relatively indifferent god who doesn't really care about the fates of mortals, I guess. Whisper a secret into the darkened sea. The god of randomness. Okay, so we need a secret for that. Fire distress flare. This is very unlikely to work. If it works, you may regret what it brings. The Undersea is not exactly a swarm with friendly ships. Right. Below no more than 0. I mean, I guess that's the case. Oh, we cannot be below mean... If below is more than 0, that means that we are currently underwater. Okay, yeah. Makes sense that... I suppose these rituals you have to do on deck to call out to the gods, and you can't really do that when you're submerged. These things you can do while submerged. You can't really fire a flare while you're underwater either. Okay. But we don't have a flare, so that doesn't even matter. Abandoned ship. Draw lots for lifeboat places. Cast yourself on the mercy of the waves. There's a tiny chance that you'll find your way back to London without either crew or ship. Perhaps it'll be better if you don't. Yeah. Well, we're not that desperate yet, but it's good to know that we have options, and obviously I'm going to use the supply converting options first. Okay. Is there even... This is a stupid idea, but... Oh, okay, no, we uncovered the map entirely, and actually the port is right there. Never mind. Not even close. Things are gonna be expensive here, though. Fed the crew, yeah. Home waters, sailors dawdle at the rail. Dock. Okay. Okay, that's what confused me. That E is basically just a multi-purpose button. So it is used to dock. I did remember that, but I forgot that it is also what puts you in combat mode. Maybe I just accidentally did hit E? Surely that must be what happened. I don't know. I must have tried hitting something else, one of the movement keys, I guess. Anyway, desperate measures... Wait. No, Hunter's Key. Oh, I forgot that. This is... yeah, I forgot that this is where the sisters live. Okay. Well, I mean, since we're here, we've had lunch with Cynthia and with Phoebe. So... Lucy it is? Lucy, the middle sister, is sunny, restless, prone to giggles, a daft tale. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in a vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. Nice. Does that happen to give me some fuel, perhaps? I guess not. That's all for now. Okay, you'll find a story... Wait. You'll find a story when you next make port? But we didn't have exactly this condition before. You'll receive this from time to time as you travel the Z. Alright. Terror has been reduced to absolutely nothing. Not that it was particularly high before. You are acquainted with the sisters, but something has changed. Been known to visit the three sisters, yes. Gained 1 supplies? Oh, I guess, okay, I must have just used one up before. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If I had arrived here a little bit sooner, I suppose, just before I fed the crew, all the hunger would have been gone, and I would have gained a supply, but, you know, whatever. Memory of Distant Shores remains unchanged at 1. Memory of Distant Shores at the university and in the tomb colonies, they'll pay well for stories of far lands. Remains unchanged. So if I hadn't had a Memory of Distant Shores already, I would have gained 1, presumably. You now have the Gods of the Z Stone's attention. Well, apparently Stone is the nice one, so that's probably good. Okay, can we do anything else here? Not receiving visitors, no. News. No, I don't have any news. Perhaps not. I guess I'll have to take desperate measures because I'm definitely not making it back to London on however much fuel that is. So you know what? Let's go ahead and gamble. I'm feeling lucky. You were unlucky. Well, crap. Very little remains to you. Yeah, nothing but barley and bottled ham. This is not good at all. Come on. I could try again. Oh, I mean... Surely you don't get unlucky twice in a row. Yes, you do. No, wait, you don't. I was just looking at my fuel. You smell... it smells like burning rags, but it'll satisfy the engine's hunger for a little while. You were fortunate. You've lost 1 supplies, but you now have 1 fuel. So I guess it came down to the same result as if I had picked the other option to begin with. But, you know, that's what the gambling is for. Okay, good. It only took a moment to update. That's fine then. Back to London it is. At least we have a little bit something to report. I was kind of hoping to find a little bit more up here than a little bit more than absolutely nothing, but oh well. What can you do? I guess I could send out a zpelt. Yeah, I know you're supposed to do it when you're not moving, but you know, I'd rather keep moving right now. No islands within the zpelt's range. Yeah, that's not surprising, honestly. Well, I guess my next adventure is going to send me south past Mutton Island. But for now, I'm gonna report, I guess, our visit to the tomb colonies. And definitely buy some fuel. Probably as much as we can. Although I'm also, of course, much lower on supplies now. So yeah, that was costly. An officer... Wait, what? An offer of assistance. Ahoy, Captain. What? When and how did that happen? Ahoy, Captain. Out of fuel, are we? Well, almost, but not quite. That was unwise. We can help for a reasonable price under the circumstances. He. Pay the towing fee. Wait, we don't need to be towed though. Not quite yet. This should only happen when you've actually run out of fuel. I mean, it does say our fuel reserves are empty, but yeah, reserves are empty, but the tank was not quite yet. So anyway, 100 echoes to travel a tiny distance between here and the docks. In this case, really a tiny distance, so no thanks. Salvage rights. Well then, we can give you a lift, but we are legally entitled to take your ship and cargo. God bless the masters of the bazaar and their salvage laws. God bless them. This will remove your ship and replace it with something minimal and a tiny bit of fuel. You'll probably lose your cargo too, but you'll keep any cash and lodgings, and at least you'll be alive. Yeah, definitely not. Thank you. Yikes. Wait, are these not... yes they are. Doc, please. Your father's bones, a cold trail. Oh, okay. Well, that's our main story, I guess, or the first step towards actually winning the game. Yeah, fat chance of that happening. Mr. John Huffam, editor of the unexpurgated London Gazette. He's published your poetry. Oh, yeah, right. I forgot that I used to be a poet now. He's published your poetry from time to time. 1 week ago, he casually mentioned that your turn of phrase is very like your father's. Okay. A coffee at Caligula's. Okay. Huffam curls his fingers round his steaming cup, a protection against the dank cold of the morning. Oh yes, I knew him. A man of some talent, your father. But he turned that talent to, love poetry. Ghostwriting it, if you understand me. And as you may know, love poetry draws the attention of a particular power. Oh yeah, does it? He glances out of the window. You follow his gaze to where the spires of the Echo Bazaar rise above London. Huffam leans forwards. The masters of the bazaar, he says very quietly, took an interest in your father. So although I liked him, and although I like you, I will need something to set against the risk. Bring me news. News from the Z. Bring a Z story. Do I have one? Bring Huffam a Z story. A tale of terror. A Z story, a tale of terror, and a memory of distant shores. Okay, so I have the letter 2. I'm pretty sure. Not sure about the Z story. And he'll tell you more. They can be found in many places around the Z or purchased far away in Irem. Okay. Right, so I think we're only missing the Z story. We did get one from our first visit to the light ship or whatever it was called. Hold. Well, that wouldn't be here, would it? Well, we do have a port report of Vanderbite. Right, Memory of Distant Shores and Tale of Terror. Okay, so we do have those. Port report Hunter's Keep. I guess we have not returned with this port report before? Maybe not. Another day of free evening, yes. Outlandish Artifact 2. The Neathbow, a book for children. Right, and that gives us information on these, very vague information on these impossible colors. Alright, well, we'll see if and when we'll do anything about those. Mariner, something of the Undersea. Actually, I don't. Well, right, also looking back at my recording, there really was only one thing to read about submarines, and, I really just should have taken the time to read that, rather than just get rid of it, because, yeah, it looks like I'll have to start a new game if I want to read that, actually, unless there's some way to. Actually, there might be some way. No, there's no, help file or encyclopedia or anything. So, nope. Whatever that was. Yeah, there was information on how to acquire a submarine. I suppose I don't know that, right? The shop, or rather the shipyard, didn't have a submarine for sale. No. Only regular ships. So, yeah. Obviously there's some sort of special way. I mean, fuel is relatively cheap, so I guess I'll just go ahead. Obviously we need it, so let's buy 5. We're gonna get, actually, well, let's go ahead and get paid first if we can. The Alarming Scholar is going to want our... Oh yeah, okay, so we could give this, but we want to keep it for now, I suppose? Apparently you can't get more than one of these from the sisters, but I don't know if you can never have more than one. Either way, I'm going to hold on to it for now. Outlandish artifact. I also don't know if there's something better to do with these, but for now, I guess I'm just going to do this. Oh, 100 echoes. Okay, yeah, absolutely worth it. Whoops, sorry. Sorry about that. We have something like that. He declares, but not very like that. Interesting. I have some ideas about suitable fees. Okay. Favors Antiquarian has increased to 2. Gain 1 fragment. That's kind of stingy, but okay. But much more importantly, 100 echoes. Yeah, we can definitely work with that. Alright. I dread ceremonies. What was this? Unlock with 7 searing enigmas. Smell secrets, searing secrets. Share them with me. Right. That will trigger something that will make this interaction permanently unavailable. Intriguing, though. Extraordinary implication. Okay, so right now we can't even turn in another one of the outlandish artifacts. So I guess they were only interested in one of those. You have business to attend to, and besides, the scholar keeps snapping her teeth like a mechanical trap. Yeah, okay, let's leave. Visit the office. Continue. Hunter's Keep. I trust the sisters are keeping well. Yeah, I guess. I'm still not entirely sure what their deal is. Obviously, there's something very fishy going on. But, you know, for now they're doing fine. They've been treating us well. Oh, I've gained 1 free fuel. Awesome. I mean, the more the better, obviously. Lost that. Gained 5 echoes. 1 more favor with the Admiralty, which should come in handy at some point. Okay. Vanderbite. 10 echoes, because it's a little bit further away, I suppose. Another favor, another fuel. Yeah, I forgot. I guess I knew that, or rather, I turned in some news before, and could have remembered that I got fuel for that as well, but again, the more the better. We are going to need it, after all. Okay. Ask to speak to the Dark Spectacled Admiral. Do you have an appointment? I mean... No? Do I want this? Is this worth using my favors for? You know what? There's only one way to find out. No appointment, but apparently I am to show you in anyway. Very well. You're ushered into his office off Mansion's Pyre, a cramped room with a vast desk. He surveys you across that desk. Ah, yes, the merchant captain of whom we hear such complicated things. Really? I haven't really made much of a name for myself, but... Okay, the Admiral will purchase intelligence from you. If only I possessed any intelligence. Assistance with subsistence. Ask if the Admiralty can provide a little fuel to recover your costs. This will take you to the dry dock, where 1 point of favor will get you 2 to 3 fuel. Oh. Oh, and I didn't even... Okay, wow, I didn't even lose the favors. I just needed 3 to be able to talk to this guy. Okay, good. But at the dry dock, then I will actually turn in my favors to get fuel. Alright. Submit Vital Intelligence. What's that? Tell me quickly. Vital Intelligence can be created from 2 pieces of strategic information or earned through spy networks and some other opportunities. Holy crap. Unlocked when Supremacy London is none. Okay. I guess that's currently the case. Unlocked with 1 Vital Intelligence. Alright. Obviously don't have any of that. Submit your port reports. And what is the day-to-day like on those farther shores? Visit and investigate ports again. Ports to gain port reports and trade them in here. Right. So I guess from now on we'll give them directly to this guy and be more rewarded. Submit a revelatory chart. Let's find out if it's real. Okay, no information on how to get those. Speak of moves in the great game. Ah. Someone else also wanted this. Or maybe that was just like a random offer at some sort of specialized marketplace. Like the Rosa's Wharf. Yeah, okay. So that might not always be available there, but we can turn one of these in with this guy as well. Ask what he needs. Might give me a quest. Turn in your shipment of red honey. It is very firmly prescribed. The Admiral will probably be quite eager to hear where you came by it. Yeah, I would love to hear how to come by that. Anyway, ask if he has any quest for us, I guess. Visit a port, and we'll be interested in the port report. Visit places of particular interest, and we'll be interested in the strategic information you gain thereby. We will pay you well, don't worry. We understand you can't be expected to act entirely for the love of the Empire. His lip curls. What's left of it. Okay, so no quest. Well, no quest past, doing this, continuing to do this. Fair enough. Okay, right. So we just upgraded our standing with the Admiralty, I suppose, by doing a few things for them. All right, perhaps not. Rose's Wharf. I mean, I guess I might as well take a look, but I obviously don't have anything. No more than 75. You have 56. Yeah, I'm still not sure what this means. But I guess it doesn't really matter. Escort some interested acquaintances to the Rose Market. They hope to make satisfying trade. This will usher in a new day. Alright, okay. Yeah, no. Outlandish artifact, so I could have actually turned that in here. Maybe I should have checked first, because this is only a temporary offer? Or maybe it's the same as last time, I really don't know. Bespectacled visitor will pay to learn moves in the great game. I mean, it might be the same as last time. Okay, anyway. Your lodgings. Read the morning papers, yes. So this we can always pick up for free, I guess. There you go. You've gained 1 supplies. Wait, what? The Khanate is, or the Khanate is threatening war. They always are. London's colonies on the Carnelian coast want independence. They always do. The Untersee, the papers report, has undergone another alteration. Not yet. Not yet it hasn't, you'd know. Okay. So that's... So those alterations happen periodically, I suppose. Okay. Oh ho! A promotional coupon from Mrs. Plenty's Provisioners for a half cask of salt herring. You could use that. Yep. Definitely could. Visit your study, if you had one. Rest in a room above the blind helmsman. Ah, heal a wound, okay. So that's a way to get rid of a wound. You need Terror 1. Right, we have this. We have the money, but... I suppose even if we did have a wound, we would still need some terror in order to be allowed to rest. That's kind of mean, but okay. Elegant townhouse for 1,000 echoes. Yeah, not quite. Consider retirement. Not quite yet. Okay. Well, London itself. Visit Rose Market. Right. Carouse in Wolfstack Docks. Matter of luck. Pretty good odds. 80% chance of success. There's no danger here. Try to enjoy yourself. This will reduce your terror. You might run into trouble or romance. Interesting. Hire on more crew. A straightforward challenge. It'll give me... Oh, right. Straight up crew. I mean, do I want more crew? I suppose, obviously, they can be used as a resource for sacrificing or, I suppose, ultimately eating when I actually do run out of supplies. So maybe I do want a full... You know, as much crew as my ship can carry. Of course, I also assume that more crew means faster consumption of supplies. That would make sense. Although I don't think it has been stated, like, explicitly somewhere, anywhere. We are a little bit damaged, to say the least, from our little run-in with that actual enemy. Okay. No new recruit quite yet. Crew member is 30 echoes, though. I feel like that's not a priority right now. 8 out of 10 seems perfectly fine. How much was repairs? Tough challenge. 1 point of favor. Oh, right, this one. Yeah. No, we don't want that. We don't need that right now. We also can't actually do that. We need 1 more favor, right? If you're badly damaged and short of money, this is worth a go. Fair job at a decent price. Decent price being 75 freaking echoes. Yeah, right. This was 100. for a more reliable job. This will completely repair your hull, but you may call in some of the Admiralty favors to give cheap, good quality work done on your ship. Okay, but it doesn't reduce favor, right? I mean, here it says exchange. Here it doesn't. So I guess I can always go for this option if I have at least 3 favors. And this is the super gambly option. No, actually this just requires supplies instead of money. I mean, why not go for this one then? I feel like 44 out of 75 is a little bit risky to go on an expedition with, so I'm gonna go with this one. What? You lose all 3 favors? Wow. Okay. And I've only lost 24 echoes, not 25. Weird. Well, now I know. That was probably not worth it then. In that case, I definitely could have survived a few more combats with those weak crabs. Well, obviously now we're much further away from doing some things. Yeah, including... Oh, that's annoying. I thought we had permanently unlocked that more interesting option, turn-in option with the Admiralty, but nope. No such thing. Oh well. Anyway, carouse. Might it run into trouble or romance? Only costs 10? Sure. A marvelous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire. I hope that's not a burning pub, but a fire in a pub. Like an intentional one. Anyway, and something more. You were fortunate. Nice. Lost 10 echoes. Recent news. Didn't I have recent news before? You've lost a free evening. Yeah. That's how that works. Oh. That night in Wolf's Lake you find yourself sharing a table with a likely lass. She tipsily claims to be a spy. Whatever she is, she's easy to like, and when the evening ends, you're still together. Okay. Unlocked with no more than 0. So we can't have a locket with a dapper chap's portrait. Interesting. Or a locket with a likely lass's portrait. I see. Right, and there's a dapper chap. So we can only meet them once, basically. Either of them. Someone whose name you do not afterwards recall. Your only love is the Z. You'll take comfort where you find it, but that's all it is. You know what? No, let's. I'm gonna go with the lass here. Thank you very much. An interlude. The next morning, she gives you a pewter locket. Right. As you reach for it, she grips it briefly in her fist. Don't you dare forget me, she says. You know, one of this, a locket with a likely lass's portrait. Okay, so I guess we'll meet again. At some point. Okay, I feel like that's all we can do here for now, right? Yeah, this guy needs... Unlocked with 1 echo, actually. Okay, interesting. Right. Okay, and here it tells me again. So we need a Z story. So... I mean, I suppose... As opposed to... Memories of Distant Shores, a Z story you're likely to find not when docking somewhere, but on the Z, with some sort of encounter with another ship, or, I don't know, maybe just some random encounter, if that's a thing that can happen. Okay. Well, unfortunately it didn't update, it doesn't update my numbers here, unless maybe if I do this? Yeah, okay, now it does. So we have 7 and 4. I definitely want a few more supplies. Fuel should be fine. This is more than I ever had. Okay, a flare. The game did warn me though, right? That using one when I'm out of fuel might not call the attention of someone whose attention I want to call. But still, you know what? I'm actually gonna get one of these, just so I can give that a shot, perhaps. Should it come to that. Advice for captains. Yeah, okay, that's only for selling. Right. Just because I'm curious, obviously, what can happen when you do that. Even if it's bad. It's going to be interesting for sure. Food and equipment. Yeah, I mean, we need probably as many of these as I can buy, right? Just so I don't need to worry about it, at least for a while. Cargo 18 out of 40. That's fine as well. I could even, you know what? I think I'm going to go for 2 more units of fuel. There we go. It's 9 fuel and 10 supplies. That's way more than I've ever had. Yeah, it's also all my money, but you know, obviously I'm going out to sea to make money in the first place. Alright, we were still paused. Okay, awesome. I guess that was kind of successful. Well, minus having lost all of my favor for those repairs. The game could have made that a bit clearer. I feel like it's not entirely consistent in how it displays, you know, requirements and outcomes for things. Like, for one option there, it explicitly... Maybe we can just get a Z story from the boat again. Just in case. That would be convenient. Yeah, anyway, for that one option, it specifically said that we would lose or exchange our favor, and for the other option it didn't. I mean, it seemed too good to be true otherwise, but, you know, being as unfamiliar with the game as I am... Right, I just didn't know for sure. Okay, we could trade my one recent news. I thought I had 2. Didn't reading the newspaper give me one? I don't know, maybe you can never have more than one. I'm gonna go with this. Okay, and that gives me a Z story. Awesome. Well, in that case, I guess I can, and will, return to London immediately to get my main story going. It seems like a good idea before I head out to sea any further. Okay. Yeah, I must have just touched the E button earlier. So strange, though. I mean, I have to kind of go out of my way to do that. It's not... Well, whatever. Wait, we're down to 7 fuel again? Weren't we at 9? Don't you dare forget. What is this? Oh, you stand on the bridge with the likely lass's locket in your hand. Keep it. It's a risk for both of you. Shorebound lovers grow lonely and sea captains die young. I mean, where's the risk for me, though? If I die, that's sad for her, but not for me anymore. With enough time and effort, you could break her heart, or she yours. With enough time and effort. That's a bit of a grim way of looking at things. No, of course I'm going to keep it. Oh, okay, and yeah, of course. Now I have a sweetheart in London. Awesome. I mean, I had been considering starting a romance with the heir. You know, just to experience what that would be like, but I guess I found a different option now. It's a risk for both of you. Yeah, well, close your hand over the locket. The Z air is cold, but the heat of your blood has warmed the metal of the locket. Keep it close. We're also literally back in port, so, you know. I suppose that gives us a chance to maybe find out how romances work. If we can't do anything with that right now. You recruit, dry dock, hire on, carouse. Maybe I have to do this? Which I can't, because... Oh, because I can't have a romance. That's only to start a romance, I guess. Matter of luck. Sure thing. Or is it? Well, the game says it is. Wait. Oh, I don't have the money for it, I guess. And I might also not have a free evening? It doesn't say I have one, so... I don't know. Either way, I can't do it right now. Visit Rose Market. What did I want to do? Quest. Yes, Father's Bones. There. Thankfully, it's only 1 echo. Wow, I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, we do thankfully have enough. Anyway, another coffee in Caligula's. This time, Huffam is waiting in a shadowed nook by the kitchen. Right. That's why we need 1 echo for the coffee. Makes sense. This time Huffam is waiting in a shadowed nook by the kitchen, half hidden beneath a pile of manuscripts. Your father, he whispers, was surrendered to the postal service, not the pestle. Postal service. Yes, it's undignified, although the postmen of London are honorable and tenacious. The package should have found its way back to the bazaar, but something went wrong. He leans forward. The package is in Nuncio. Nuncio? Or Nuncio? Nuncio. The island where postmen go when they have seen too much. The island of letters not only dead but buried. Nuncio. Ooh. The master's ally addressed the package. Huffam adds. Addressed the package, Huffam adds, to a Mr. Voluminous, but at the wrong door. He's already gathering his manuscripts to go. Good luck, and one piece of advice. Be courteous to the powers of the deep Z. You never know when you might benefit. Find Nuncio somewhere in the central or eastern Untersee. To continue. Central or eastern. Okay. Seek a parcel with your name in Nuncio somewhere in the south of the Z. Wait, south? Central, east, or south, I guess. Which information should I trust? You've lost one tale of terror, memory of distant shores, and the Z story, and the echo. All right, well, but we got ourselves a main quest. Okay. Hold on. I have been to Quaker's Haven, right? Pretty sure. Central, east, south. Either way, seems pretty far away. The real question is, do I continue this episode, or do I call it quits here for now? I mean, we're currently safely docked in London, and we've learned a bunch of new things. We've started our main quest. So, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll cut this a little bit shorter and try to digest all the new information first. And we're going to start now relatively well supplied and refueled on our first longer expedition, perhaps. I'm still planning to stick relatively close to London, and I suppose maybe west of this red line. Yeah, I think I can see glimpses of it all the way down here. So, yeah, maybe that's just a thing. You know, with a divider between the non-changing, relatively safe areas and the occasionally changing rest of the world, of the Untersee. Yeah, and I'm gonna stick to the easier parts for now, because obviously I'm still very much a rookie, and my ship is definitely not particularly fast or seaworthy or good at combat, as we've learned as soon as we encounter any real enemies. And we're still looking for that one place the Admiralty specifically sent me to gather information from, right? So, since we did not find that by the time we reached Vanderbilt, I feel like it's more likely that we find it south, but I guess it could go either way, really. Anyway, just as a little reminder for myself for next time. But for the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.